Well, it's my turn, and I'm going to tell you the most awful day of my life. It was October the 15th, many years ago. It was on our anniversary. I was sitting on a couch just like this in my two-bedroom apartment by myself. My wife, Kathy, had asked me to leave, and with pretty much a fight through several months, I finally agreed to leave. And I had just left my work where they had brought me in and basically said, "We're stripping you of all your responsibility as a manager." I ran an international team of 25 employees, and they were stripping me of all that responsibility because of some of the behavior and some of the activity that I was doing as an employee. Now, they didn't fire me, and they could have, but they didn't. All alone, I was estranged from my kids. My kids didn't understand what was going on with mom and dad. And I had put all my hopes and my dreams into a missions ministry that I had started that had failed by that time. And I was estranged from people at my church and from a lot of my friends because of how things went down between Kathy and I. And there I was. And I thought, how did I get here? All my life, I became a Christian in college, and I was a radical born again Christian. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. I stopped drugs and drinking and partying and doing all the other things that I was doing. And I gave my life completely, 100% to Jesus. And I said, you know what, I'm all in. I'm doing this. But it seemed as hard as I tried, I would always fail or screw up in some area, family, parenting, as an employee, with friends. I just was nagged by so much inconsistency in my faith. I believed this one thing, but my life was like here. And I never could seem to close the gap. And what I came to find out was some of that had to do with some of the mental instability that I had, that I needed to take responsibility for and address through counseling and other means. And I did, and I have. And but there was other things. There were wounds and vows and so much brokenness in my heart of what I believed about God, what I believed about my wife, my kids, about life, about there was just so many things that were not true that I believed, that were lies. They weren't taught in the Bible. And as hard as I tried through effort, what I come to realize that my belief systems were in things that weren't true. They weren't who God was. It wasn't what the Bible taught. But I didn't know what to do. So there I was on the couch. But that's not where the story ends. So tune in next video and I'll tell you what turned everything around.